Howdy everybody, my name's Logan Collier. We're going to be doing a real quick demonstration on how to implement Google Classroom, not only for your classroom, Water volunteer families, really just anything in general. So this is going to be a video breaking down how to use Google Classroom. And you're going to want to go ahead and hit that plus mark and hit create a class. Now you're going to want to check that little box right there and hit continue and create a class. Give it a little name. I'm going to give it BVF 2023-2024. Lucky for you, if you're in the next year that you're making it, you don't really have to make a new one because I'm making you one right here. You don't really have to input any of this other information and just hit the create button. Now that it's creating your little tab, it should take you over there in a little bit. It's taking a little bit to load right there. Now it is loaded up and you'll be able to see all your classes right here at this tab. But you really only should be focusing on this 2022, 2023, or 2023, 2024. As you can see here, you have your stream, your classwork, your people, and your grades to go along with that. Now let's go ahead and focus in on your stream. The stream is a very useful tool if you need to kind of announce something to the class or kind of tell them to go to the stream to kind of get a baseline of events that have been going on. And you can fully customize this area. I typically like to go with a blue, something more scholastic, so I'll add this, I guess I'll add this book bag right here. I'm liking that feeling. And so I'll go ahead and hit save on that. Make sure you're always hitting save. And you see right here, that's that little code. That is how people are going to be able to join your classroom. You'll see it in your stream, and you just hit those four corners, and that's going to blow it up so people can really see it. Make sure that they have that. There are multiple ways to add people, but this is going to be the easiest way to. Now I'm going to go ahead and make a little post here, kind of just welcoming everybody to Bentwater Volunteer Families. So I'll say, hello everybody, welcome to BVF 2023. And I'll go ahead and there's that post button right there. And if you hit that arrow right there, you can schedule it to go out so you don't have to send it out that moment. If it's really, really late and you need to do something, you can kind of delay it to go out into tomorrow's time. So I went ahead and saved that announcement, and that will be posting at that date. Now we can go ahead and there it is, it's scheduled. And let's say we really don't want to schedule it, so we can go ahead and click that X mark and we can post it. And so if you hit the posting button, post it, and right there you can see we have that Google Classroom announcement. So people all over will get notifications that you have sent that out. And now let's go ahead and go into your Classwork tab. This is going to be where everyone is spending their time for the class. You'll go ahead and hit that Create tab up there. Oh, or from last year, you can see all the past stuff that we've done. We've gone through and done a whole bunch of assignments, and so they'll pop up in your stream as well. And so you can see the little different tabs that we have. Very helpful whenever you're trying to sort everything out between mandatory meeting attendance, point forms, and your volunteer opportunities. And MISC, I don't know why we really have that one, but if you need one, that is also there. So let's go ahead and go back to our new one that we're doing, 2023-2024, and we'll hit create. Now once we hit create, there's your assignment tab right there, but we're going to go ahead and add in a topic for our mandatory. I like to have that one up at the top, so I go ahead and make that one first. And we're going to go ahead and just create all the other ones just to make sure that they're there so we can sort it and it's easily visible for everyone and it's not just a whole bunch of mumbled up assignments. So there you go. Now we have it all sorted out, and I really didn't like the way that these formed up on the screen, so I kind of rearranged them here. Nothing too fancy. Okay, now once you've got it down to your likings, you can go ahead and see that it's all sorted out. Very nice, very pretty. And let's go ahead and create our first assignment. So we mainly use our Sign Up Genius, which is the software that we use to send all of our information so we know when people are signed up and when people aren't. And so this is kind of how we create that. We'll explain how to make a sign up in another video, but here's how we mainly create our assignments for our signups. So let me find our tab. There we go. And let's go ahead and create. Let's hit assignment. You can go ahead and close out of that. It's just explaining you how it rolls. And let's go ahead and create an event for a dog walking event. So there we go. It's a dog walking event. And I'll add some exclamation marks, kind of make it pop. You can be fun with it. You don't have to be very serious. And in the description, you kind of give it some details. Since this is a made-up event, I'll kind of just throw some random stuff out there. But you really want to let people know what they'll be doing, what times, where it is. Mainly, you want to focus on what you'll be doing in your description, just so people kind of get a gist of it. So I'll go ahead and put down an event where you're walking a dog. That'll be easy. And next you're going to want to go down to your attachments and add your link. Now this is what you're going to want to do in your Sign Up Genius. Click on a sign up that you used and that you're going to be using. I'm going to use an older one, so it may not pop up or register for any of y'all, but it'll pop up for me. There's my Sign Up Genius, as you can see. And we'll go ahead and hit Edit Content. Once you go to your Edit Content, you'll then go on to your Share View. Once you have your share view, hit that copy link button. Make sure you copy it, and remember, your best friends for this are Control-C and Control-V. So once you Control-V, that'll paste that in there, load your link up, and there you go. You have your link there for your Sign Up Genius, so people can easily access this. And you can add multiple links if you would like, but make sure that it's assigned to all students. I always go ungraded, because you really don't need to have these graded whatsoever. And there you go. Go ahead and put your due date down. I always try and do it a week before the event so people have ample time to sign up for everything. And so I always do it at 11:59. That's just how I roll. And make sure you pick your topic that you're putting it under. So that's going to be under volunteer opportunities, because you're going to want to make sure that people are actually filling this out under the right thing and they're not thinking it's an assignment. So I go ahead and hit assign. And there you go. There's your dog walking event. You can open it, and it takes you to the link. Obviously, it's expired because this is a 3-year-old Sign Up Genius, but you get the gist of it. They can easily go to the link and sign up. So that's kind of what the students will see. And if you always want to, you can always go back and edit. Nothing is permanent. You can always change something. So if you misdo anything, trust me, I've been there. I've made mistakes. You can always go back and edit your mistakes. And so now that's that assignment created. We're going to go ahead and create another one. And this one is going to be for our meeting attendance. So this one is for our March meeting. So we really don't want to post it now saying that we're all the way in May. And so that's, really dating this video. And so you're kind of going to put your information in your description like we did for the last one, kind of making sure you don't gloss over that. And then fill out all the same information. Make sure you do it ungraded. I always put the due date at a week before just so we can get a head count. It's just a really easy way, and it makes sure people are reminded a week ahead of time that we do have a meeting. There you go. I also like sending out a stream notice that there is a meeting a week before and kind of the day before for a heads up, and there's that meeting attendance. Now, you'll notice that we are done with this kind of meeting, and I hit that arrow right next to the assign button, and I click that, and there's a button called schedule. Now, I always have it go off at the first of the month, so you have an entire month to fill it out, and you're not always just having all of these that you need to sign up for. So I schedule it to go out at the first of the month at noon, and hope for the best. And so, yes, that is going to be waiting there until until it hits that time. So if I were you, I would go ahead and fill out all of your information so you're not having to stress out about making sure you're done with that. Now, here's where all your students will be. You can invite people through that link. You can add them yourself if you forget. But remember, that code is in the stream, so there's nothing really to worry about there. Now we can go ahead and go back to our classwork. And let's create another assignment. Once we create this assignment, this is going to be for our point forms. Now, our point forms are very important. If you want to, you can reuse the one that I have made previously under this account. It's helped me out so much with this, but make sure that they are filling this out for the 2023-2024 year. So you can put down your description, but we'll get to that in a little bit. I kind of got a little confused here, so don't look at my cursor and, misclicked right there. Kind of searching for it. There we go. Okay, now we're back, and make sure it's assigned to all your students. Always, always, always check to make sure it's assigned to your students, because you can just assign it to just one person, but you really don't want to forget on that one person. Now make sure that they have this submitted by a certain day, and make sure they have ample time to do it. You never want to rush the students or, honestly, your organization, so make sure that they're having ample time. Next, you're going to want to hit that tab. Now you can see that you can create all of these things. You can create a sheet, you can make a Word document, and they'll each have their own. Now, I kind of got a little confused here, but I did click the wrong button, so you're going to want to X out of that. And there's an upload button right there. That'll go to your Google Drive, which is your Google Drive if you're watching this from me. And we have that previous Google spreadsheets right there. Make sure that you have it one per student, so not just the student viewing the file. Make sure that it goes to a copy per each student, because you don't want to have everyone changing the same document, because then you get into a bit of a problem where you're having everyone change their own documents. So make sure you have it to where each student has their own. It'll send it down there to their actual Google Drive, and make sure that they can fill it out. As you can see, I'm filling this out here. This is one we used last year, so you're going to have to make sure you change your meeting dates, because since each student is getting their own, the dates aren't going to be the same for this year and last year, but it easily adds everything up, as we have 5 meeting hours here, as you can see in the video. Let's go ahead and add some regular volunteer hours, 10. We'll go ahead and add an 8, a 5, all those kind of numbers, and fill all that out, and they'll all add up together, so it makes it really easy. You're not really having to worry about any math or anything to worry about. Now, the description for this, I would probably emphasize, make sure you turn this on time, add the due date in there, emphasize, 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 underline, bold, italicize, anything you can do to kind of make sure people are noticing that that is there. That would be great. Make sure you're sending out constant reminders, and go ahead and hit assign. I would assign this as soon as you can. Do not wait, because the longer people can fill this out kind of just sitting at home, the better. And I kind of actually forgot to put this into the point forms area, but you'll see I went back in and fixed it. And so that's kind of how you are able to kind of run your Google Classroom. You'll kind of wash, rinse, and repeat and do it all over again. It's Google Classroom is there to help you, and it is a great tool, so definitely use it to your advantage. I love this for the way that it is easy, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, kind of ask me down in the comments, or you can text me if you have my number. I am always here for you if you really need any help. So remember, you got this, don't worry about it, and have a great day.